Welcome to the educational review of historical maps for the period of about 1599 to 1799 for Morsland and Thyland, and we go right into it. For the purpose of an example, we use Bodum, Boddum, and we put that on our screen. We get a red spot down here, marker, and we see this is Bodum in Thisted, just between Norway, which is up here, Sweden over here, and northern Jutland here is basically like this. And we try to zoom in on Bodum, and we see in bird's eye view Bodum as a tiny peninsula with some farmlands and forests and tiny other islands, and get ourselves an impression of the roads. We have the church, Bodum, Biskov here, and the priest over there. And this is an island, a peninsula in Limfjorden, and what we see here is Limfjorden over here, 1585. If you speak English and come from this area, you likely want to study this map because it indicates the introduction of Reformation in Denmark and the fall of one of the from this area from Aalborg, meaning he was fighting for Catholicism, and that fight was lost. You see many names up here. This map is similar to a war map. You see your satellite picture from Reuters today showing the bombed planes in some airfield way out in Russia somewhere. This map is to indicate who lost and who won. So Heinrich Rantzau stands here, I believe, and has defeated Skipper Clemens. And the history of Northern Jutland, that's all which is on this map written around here. You want to study that one. The administrative separation in Denmark is very clear. Here you need to understand Vendsyssel up here, Harsyssel here, Cimbria, Himmerland here. This is all Jutland, the orange one. We have Slesvig here, the green, Holstein down here, Holstein, Fyns land, the island here, the tiny island here, Sealand here, some other lands around here, and Skåne, the southern part of what is nowadays Sweden, Skåne, Halland, Blekinge. That was considered southern Scandinavia at the time. The next map will further subdivide this. That's this map, and you have first you have the overall Denmark like this, no coloring though. The area we have focused on is Thyland and Morsland here, so we click Thisted, we get Thisted area, and we see 7 herreder here, 6-7 herreds divided of these black lines, and then the small parish behind. You want to make yourself familiar with this one. This is just to show there's a website here which explains the abbreviations, the legend here, and the measurement is feet. In the ocean it's faune, 1 faune is 6 feet. There is another site telling you about names, place names, and in this case you want to seek Thisted, Rebs Herred, and Bodum, and you see all the names, the place names within Bodum, but there's about 100 more names. You can find them on the website. There's no listing except on that one. When you further go out here and click, you get church book, original church records here, and original census for each of these areas, and that's a fabulous site. And they look like that. That's all the church books from that area, and all the censuses up to 1940 in original format. If you want them transcribed, you find much of this on my website. There is yet another excellent map site which goes kind of from our period of time, 1799. It starts 1840, but the map is quite clear and similar to the situation we have 1799. Not much change in that time frame. But this one is very useful because you quickly can go to now and what is that, bird's eye, almost instantaneously, and help you for your needs. Yet there is another site here which combines detailed information on lots and old cards, old maps here. It's the same type of maps as before, but now you have the modern lot division, and you can see it's very similar to the previous, so it's absolutely fantastic. Nothing has changed. Here is yet another map system. You have to be aware of these different fans here. You should use them with great enthusiasm. You write bottom up here. You get you can click this one, and this will show you the vision around Bodum. So you can see there is a little Ydby there, Ydby Parish, Lynx Parish, all this. And in the meantime, you can click this, and you get the ancient 1793 about map over Bodum. Absolute fantastic map. Normally there will be farmers' names detailed on maps like this. I just don't see much of that right now. But here you have Bodum Bisgård, the church here, and so on and so forth. Absolute fantastic map system. And you want to go to this to see the parish maps. You get a complete separate map for each parish, in this case Bodum. And there you go, it's with all the lot numbers you can configure with the census or some other sources, and it's all transcribed on my website, so you can figure out where your ancestors came from. And then there is yet other cards in this is relevant for us. You go videnskaberne, there's multiple, they're all relevant. This one is old, it's from about 1799. And to find Bodum, you have to go Jutland, West Lemvig, and you quickly get an excellent view into how life was in Bodum, because it's both topographic and it shows the main road, the church, the mill, the priest, there's an extra farm, there's Sneva, and so on and so forth. Further, you have you have what is very special for the area we study. That is, this is islands in an ocean. So Thyland was an island at the time. It was broken through here and there. Most definitely an island all the time within the Limfjord, and all the other tiny and small and fabulous islands here. So if we zoom in at Boyes Land, it says here, we go there, it says Bodum or Boyens Land. It's a seafaring expression. You see the fauna here, the depth, and all the marks for the seafarer to find his way through here are indicated. Only things he can see from the ocean is mentioned. They have a different, as seafarer, they have a different naming system. They call this Celeste Ø down here. It's called this Boyens Land. There's other things that have their own names, and that's absolutely fantastic. Which more or less has been lost in the modern world of land-based taxation on lot sizes. So here is yet another map, also from 1694, and it shows Bojens Land in naming there, Bojens Land. The way to find this map is to write Limfjord in the search field up here on the Crown Library website. There'll be a link in the description. And the map I showed you before, this map here, there is yet another site with excellent maps from our period of time. You write Bodum, and that is sensitive to not single or double D, so just write it, and both the D and double D shows up as far as I recall. Maybe not in this case. Sometimes I think I see both. But one of these maps from 1793 here is an absolutely fantastic map, even it's hard to see, but there's multiple layers of information in that one. So land features, other place names, and the farmers' names at the time. It's a fantastic map you can enjoy. Outside the internet, you have to contact me if any further. I have a few maps here on my computer generated and collected and assembled. This is Morsland assembled the Paris maps from about 1790 to 1814. And I have that for Thyland and Refs for itself. Also, some of the previous maps are connected into one large map you may be interested in, depending on the purpose. So check the website for further. There will be videos on place names and person names, which it will further dive you into all this.